So as you've just seen, I've come to Bucharest, Romania. It's my first time here, and it was actually the first time I've ever booked a holiday that wasn't in a package in any way. So I booked this room, it's a studio flat, on Airbnb, and a Ryanair flight separately. I got so much more for my money. So I'll just show you around a little bit. Obviously you've just got a little cloakroom, and then the room, bathroom through there, and just a small kitchen, and obviously a little balcony. This balcony obviously used to be just a normal balcony, but they put windows on it and stuff. But we've got a few things booked for the week, including a lot of sightseeing, because Romania is quite a historic city. There's a couple of museums we're going to go see, and this thing called the Therme spa, which is like it's a spa obviously, but a lot of swimming involved. So we're going to go. It's like a big indoor-outdoor pool thing. So I'm staying on the road called Cale Victoria, which was the first road built in Bucharest. And it actually used to be called the Wooden Road because it was literally built from wood originally. And this is the I think it's called the National History Museum. We're going to go in there later. Romania used to be called Dacia, and that's why the car brand is called Dacia, or Dacia, however you pronounce it. And then as the Romans came, they renamed it Romania, which comes from the Latin word Romanus, which is Roman Empire. But we're going to head up to the House of People, which is that big iconic building that Top Gear drove under. We're going to go have a look at that. It's the second heaviest or second largest building in the world. So I've just been reading up a bit about the building, and it was actually a project by Nicolae Ceausescu, which began in 1978 and began construction in 1984. And it took 13 years to build, so it didn't finish until 1997. But Ceausescu was actually shot dead in 1989 on Christmas Day by his own, one of his own public, so he obviously wasn't a popular character. But just to get the scale of the building, it took between 20 and 100,000 people to construct it, and 3,000 people died during the process. And it cost about $3 billion US converted to 2006's money to build. So obviously a very big project for Romania. It's actually constructed with the design off of the Capitol building in Pyongyang in North Korea. I think that's how you pronounce it. So it did get its inspiration from somewhere. It wasn't just a completely unique building.
This is the biggest one.
So in terms of transport around Bucharest, you can get the bus, the tram, and it has one of the longest rail networks, or Romania has one of the longest rail networks in Europe. So there's loads of transport available, but we've just been using Uber and Bolt because it feels like it's almost free. We did a 10-minute journey across Bucharest to the Parliament building yesterday, and it costs about equivalent to about £3. So it's almost like you're moving for free. But I also enjoy walking around because you get to see some nice buildings. They've got some nice hotels here, so it's nice to sightsee. But if you want to go across the city, it's definitely worth getting an Uber or Bolt. So I've been walking north up Calais Vittoria, so still on that road. We've got an art gallery here, and what I can make out to say a university, some sort of university building here. And then we've got the amphitheatre here, where they do like opera. I'm going to find somewhere around here to have some breakfast quickly. The full prices of food, so I know that's something I was interested in. Got a menu here for like a ciabatta, 23 lei. 25 lei is about £4. So you can get food pretty cheaply, but when it gets to like the meals, like the evening meals, we've been out for a couple already, you're paying roughly the same price as the UK. It's like £10, £15 per meal. And the drink prices are around the same usually. It's also really strange to see that you have these really quite well kept, nice buildings, and then right next door to it you'll have, like, I guess it's like a post-war style derelict, a rundown building right next to it. So yesterday we actually went to the presidential palace in the centre of Romania, and you weren't allowed to film in there, but you could take photos on your phone. So I'll put a few pictures on here. There's quite a lot of history involved in this building because it's where the royal family used to live. And then as the communists came, or Ceausescu came, he like kicked everyone out and they had to flee the country. And he began to want to live there. He started building his wing in it. So there's a lot of history involved in this building. I'm not a historian, I'm not going to pretend I know everything. But as you can see, it's a really nice, well kept building, and it is still used by the president. He doesn't live there, he does just work there. So we've just been to Therme. Obviously they wouldn't let us take videos in there, but it was really cool. It's very much like Centre Parks. If anyone's ever been there, it's just like a big pool inside. I'll put pictures in now of what it looks like on the inside, but it's definitely worth coming if you come to Bucharest. So it's also worth saying Therme is actually well out of Bucharest. We had to get a bolt out here, which took about 30-40 minutes. We had a crazy Uber driver. It was really quick, but it usually take about 30 to 40 minutes. And obviously you would have to get a bus or a taxi out here, but it's still just worth coming. But we've actually got the flight tomorrow morning about 11 o'clock I think it is, so we're going to just chill out for the rest of the day. It's about 4:30 now, so we're going to go back, get some food, and then pretty much start packing, ready to go for tomorrow.